Hey everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today's video for Monday is going to be a updated what's in my bag slash like everyday makeup tutorial, because this isn't the bag I actually like, my makeup bag I tend to use, but it's just easier for the purpose of the video as it's large and it can fit all my brushes in fine and stuff like that. Like I normally carry around a smaller makeup bag and I tend to sometimes like obviously everybody differs the makeup every now and then, and I've just kind of changed mine up a bit and my friend just got a bit skew with everybody. So yeah, I've decided to kind of do a chitty chatty makeup tutorial with the addition of what is in my makeup bag. So I'm just going to go through the general routine and let you guys see what I have on my face. I've zoomed in a bit so you can get a little bit of a more of a closer look of my face as I'm talking to you guys and applying my makeup. So first thing I'm obviously going to do is remove the spectacles, so I literally cannot see you all whatsoever, but the first product I use is like a primer, and this is the L'Oreal Studio Secrets Professionals. If I forget to mention anything, which hopefully I shouldn't because I'll be talking to you as I'm applying it, they will all be linked in the blog post, which will be linked when it goes live. So yes, so this is the first thing I tend to use, which it's a really nice sort of like soft sort of creamy contact, oh god, I can't even talk. It's a lot harder to put on when you've got longer nails, let's be honest, because it kind of gets stuck all in your nails. So better get my mirror as well, because I physically am a no-go. So I've just got my Marilyn Monroe mirror, which you'll have probably seen like for ages. So I'm just applying this on my face to just prep my makeup. It's quite nice. It does obviously like come out as like a pinky colour, but actually going on the skin it blends clearly and it goes on quite nice. It's not like oily or anything, and it doesn't like grease up the skin. It's just a very nice sort of it's so hard to explain when I'm trying to like focus on what I'm doing as well as talk, but I really wanted to do like a chatty video whilst I did this, so I'm prepping my eyelids as well, because I do have an eyeshadow primer, but I haven't used it yet, but I will have to probably start using it. So that is the primer applied. I've just popped that back in the bag, and I'm going to now move on to concealer, which the thing I use for concealer is just a corrector, because I tend to use BB cream more than foundation at the moment. But this is the Bobbi Brown corrector in the shade Porcelain, and this is really great product. The good thing is as well as I don't need to actually use my Marilyn Monroe mirror for it, because the mirror that it has in it is actually quite a zoomed in mirror, so you can really see what you're doing. The best thing to probably do is to apply this with your finger, but because my finger's kind of full of primer, I tend to use a small brush, and this is the Real Techniques detailer brush, which a lot of people use this for the lip, but I'm happy quite literally using it for under the eyes. So I put a bit on my brush and then I just literally just dab and sort of blend it in a bit, sort of dab and blend, and I just keep going with it like that as such, and then I do get my finger a little bit and just blend it out a bit, because it's the best thing to do is just to blend with your finger, because the heat of your fingertips tends to help blend the product in. Probably just put myself in the eye like better than a brush would. So that's my concealer added. So this is going to be a challenging section because it's foundation slash BB cream time, and I tend to use the MAC Prep and Prime Beauty Balm with SPF 35, and this is in the shade Light. I got this when I went to the MAC counter, when was it? In May, and I'm really loving this. So the way I tend to do it is I just get the product, which I think I'm just going to come closer to the screen so I can see what I'm doing, because it's easier than getting a mirror at this point, because I normally have a mirror just kind of going up. I just literally just get the product and just dab it. I have no idea how this actually looks with us. Having my glasses on and actually not being very close to the screen, which is probably why it's going to look a bit, probably looks worse than how I feel like it'll probably look. I guess that's fine, right? So just dab it across the face. Trying to be gentle of my forehead at the moment, because recording Friday's video before this, because it took a few hours to do, and I kind of hit my head off the wardrobe. Fun times. I'm just going to see how this looks in my small mirror. It doesn't look that bad, so I think this will actually work. So now I've got my Real Techniques buffing brush, which is a classic brush that everybody uses, and I just literally buff the product out. And this is just a good way just to blend it in. So obviously don't forget your neck and your chest if you're revealing any of it at all. But it is quite a good product. So I'm just going to blend the rest of this in. The primer kind of put on, as you can see, it is really good, nice base. It's nice, feels very light on the skin. We're now going to add, just stretch for it, the powder section, just to set the foundation in place, because the foundation is the one thing that really struggles to stay on during the day for me. So I apply it with the Real Techniques powder brush, which, as you can see, it gets very well used. And I am using the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Natural in the shade Light. I really love this powder. Basically, it's dead easy with what you do with powder. Simply open up the product, just mix your brush in with the powder. Powder's already going everywhere. It looks like dust. And I just pat it around the face. I do tend to go a bit roughly through the T-zone after I have put like a sort of finish layer around the face. So this is where I do it. I just go through the T-zone and just make it a bit more easy, because it does get oily through the day. And that is the powder applied. Well, this is the sort of general base we have going on. Next is to apply blusher, which my nose is very runny right now. And I have been loving my NARS Orgasm blusher. I really am tempted to pick up what's the other one I was debating? Deep Throat. As lush as those names really do sound on camera. I don't think people would often approve with the name of this product. And basically what I like to do is I like to kind of look into the light with my mirror, like that, and just kind of pinpoint where the blush is going to go, like here and here, and I just try to look where it's light so it sort of looks even. So I'm looking this way into the sun. I'm just applying a nice sort of natural bit of colour to the cheek. Ew, just flung my brush wide on her. That's just a nice sort of flow to the cheek, and that's blusher all done too. As you can probably tell by the tutorial so far, as you may have noticed if you watched my previous makeup tutorial for everyday, I do tend to like to have a like sort of more natural look to my skin, but I know like a lot of people didn't like it before because it pretty much still looked like my face, but I think this time it still does, but I do add more product than I did before. Like this is one that I didn't have in my last everyday makeup tutorial. and it is the Topshop Glow Highlighter in the shade Polished. This stuff is just incredible. It's just like a cream highlighter. I tend to just put my little finger in the pot because that's the easiest thing to do. Just dab it on the skin like that. I do need an extra bit on that side, and then I just blend it in. It just gives a nice little sort of highlight to the cheek, so it is quite a nice sort of flush to the cheek. So that's the highlighter applied. Next stage is eyebrows, and for this we have MAC's charcoal brown eyeshadow and then a MAC sort of travel eyebrow brush. And the way I basically do this is, got my glasses kind of back on, take them back off now. Bloomin' company's phone in the house, you all know how it is. So as I was going to do was my eyeshadow for my eyebrows. So I just get the pot and pop the brush into the pot, tap off the excess, and then just go in and I just follow the shape of the brow. Like, I'm not going to admit, like, I'm no expert in the eyebrow section yet. I am still trying to get used to filling these in, but that is one done already. Like, there's probably not much difference in how they look as well, like, just because I'm just generally filling them in so they look still quite natural. They just kind of go a bit more darker as the brow kind of goes on. So that's my eyebrow stage. Next is sort of like an eyeshadow, and I've been obsessed over my MAC paint pot I bought. This is in the shade Vintage Selection, and it's just a very nice shimmery sort of very like natural colour. I'm friggin' in love with this, it's amazing. So I'm just gonna apply it with the Real Techniques base eyeshadow brush, and it's just like, I don't do much with my eyes, to be honest. I can't wait till I'm able to be a bit more into the whole like doing better things with my eyes, like how other YouTubers do, how they mix like different tones and colours in their eyes. Like, I can't actually do that yet, so that's why I just do it like this and just do it really, really simple. But it kind of still adds a colour to the eye. I know I did do a makeup experiment not very long ago on what was it, liquid eyeliner, but I'm kind of like not in the whole routine of doing it every day yet, but I will get there. So next up is mascara. Of course, before we do mascara, you just curl your eyelashes. So I'm just doing this pretty quick just with Topshop eyelash curlers. Then I'm just applying a bit of the Real Techniques, their Real Mascara by Benefit. And this is just going to be just a nice swift movement of the eye. And that is the mascara applied. Next thing I would normally do is apply a lip balm, which this is the Christian Dior Creme de Rose, but I'm not applying this today because I would normally put it on like a while before I apply my lipstick. But this is the lipstick I am using today, and it's a MAC's Costa Chic. I've been absolutely obsessed with this. I really like it, I love the shade. Now one more step and then my makeup is literally complete. It's nothing too big that not everybody actually does, just stretching for it. And this is to get MAC Fix Plus and just turn it around, spray it on a Real Techniques sort of beauty blender thing, and then just dab it all over the face just to keep my makeup in place for the whole day. This is a technique that I think does work. A lot of people, like YouTubers, don't believe that it does work, but I think it does. I think it also helps to keep your face nice and cool for during those hot summer days. And that is the end result. Zoom back out to reveal the end result, and I really love it. I know once my fringe goes back to where it was, it'll look pretty good. So I hope you all enjoyed my updated makeup tutorial of my everyday makeup, and I hope you all really liked it. Give it a thumbs up if you did, subscribe if you are new, and I will see you guys in my next video, which is going to be on Friday, which is an organise your wardrobe / wardrobe tour. Bye!